What if you could wield power with absolute mastery and leave an indelible legacy? The final laws hold the key. Welcome back to Whispers of Wisdom, your sanctuary for audiobooks that unlock life's deepest strategies. In parts 1 and 2 of The 48 Laws of Power, by Robert Greene, we explored the foundations and tactics of influence. Now, in part 3, we're uncovering the ultimate laws, laws 35 through 48, to dominate power dynamics and cement your legacy, guided by 3,000 years of wisdom. Over the next few minutes, you'll learn to crush resistance, shape perceptions, and reign supreme, plus a challenge of the week and wisdom nuggets to sharpen your edge. So, grab a notebook, step into the shadows of mastery, and let's claim your throne. Stay with me. This is your path to ultimate power. Welcome to part 3 of The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, where we ascend to the pinnacle of influence and legacy. In part 1, we laid the foundation with Laws 112. In part 2, we explored tactics like seduction and timing with Laws 13-34. Now, in Laws 35 through 48, plus final reflections, we'll master advanced power plays and secure a lasting reputation. Let's dive in. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Greene stresses that timing is everything. He cites Otto von Bismarck, who waited for the perfect moment to unify Germany, striking when rivals were weak. Act too soon or too late, and you lose. Patience and observation are key. Wait for the opportune moment to move. For example, delay a negotiation until your opponent is desperate. The lesson? Timing amplifies power. Ask yourself, am I rushing or waiting wisely? Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Ignoring the unattainable preserves your dignity. Greene recounts how Queen Elizabeth I ignored rivals' taunts, rising above petty conflicts. Obsessing over what you can't control wastes energy. Let it go and focus on what you can conquer. Walk away from a lost argument with a smile. The lesson? Indifference is strength. Ask yourself, what can I let go of? Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Power thrives on spectacle. Greene highlights how P.T. Barnum used grand shows to captivate audiences. Stage dramatic events, grand gestures or surprises, to awe and control perceptions. Subtlety is forgotten, grandeur is remembered. Plan a bold presentation or surprise gesture at work. The lesson? Spectacle commands attention. Ask yourself, how can I dazzle? Law 38. Think as you like but behave like others. Blend in to strike effectively. Greene notes how undercover agents succeed by mirroring norms. Think independently, but act conventionally to avoid suspicion. Then act when the time is right. Agree publicly, but plan privately. The lesson? Conformity hides your edge. Ask yourself, am I blending when needed? Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Chaos creates opportunity. Greene describes how Machiavelli advised creating confusion to exploit rivals. Stir trouble, gossip, or rivalry, then profit from the distraction. Calm waters offer no advantage. Drop a subtle hint to spark debate. The lesson? Disorder is your ally. Ask yourself, where can I create a stir? Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Value comes from effort. Greene warns of accepting gifts that bind you, like how Julius Caesar avoided favors to stay independent. What's free often carries a hidden cost. Earn your gains to retain control. Reject an offer that feels too easy. The lesson? Self-reliance is power. Ask yourself, am I buying my freedom? Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Forge your own path. Greene cites Alexander the Great's successors who failed by mimicking him. Build a unique legacy. Imitating greatness invites comparison and failure. Start a new project, not a repeat. The lesson? Originality defines you. Ask yourself, am I copying or creating? Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep. Will scatter. Target the leader to win. Greene recounts how the Mongols defeated armies by killing commanders. Neutralize the head, and the body falls. Focus on key influencers. Address the decision-maker directly. The lesson? Leadership is the weak point. Ask yourself, who's my shepherd? Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Win loyalty through emotion. Greene highlights how Queen Elizabeth I inspired devotion with charisma, appeal to feelings, fear, love, hope, over logic to secure allegiance. Share a personal story to connect. The lesson? Emotion binds power. Ask yourself, how can I inspire? Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Reflect others' actions to unsettle them. Greene describes how Talleyrand mirrored rivals' flaws, exposing their weaknesses. Mimic behavior to confuse or provoke, then strike. Repeat a critic's words back calmly. The lesson? Reflection disarms. Ask yourself, can I mirror to win? Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform. Too much at once. Gradual change maintains control. Greene notes how Peter the Great introduced reforms slowly to avoid revolt. Promise progress, but adjust incrementally to keep power stable. Suggest one small improvement at work. The lesson? Slow shifts sustain rule. Ask yourself, am I pushing too fast? Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Flaws humanize you. Greene cites how Louis XIV showed vulnerability to gain loyalty. Perfection breeds envy. Admit a minor weakness to connect and disarm. Share a small mistake humorously. The lesson? Relatability builds trust. Ask yourself, am I too flawless? Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop, know when to pause. Greene warns of Napoleon's overreach, which led to his fall. Win, then consolidate. Excess ambition invites ruin. Celebrate a win and rest. The lesson? Moderation preserves power. Ask yourself, have I overreached? Law 48. Be formless. Like water, adaptability is supreme. Greene praises Bruce Lee's fluid style, thriving by shifting tactics. Stay unpredictable. Rigid plans fail in a changing world. Adjust your strategy mid-project. The lesson? Flexibility is invincible. Ask yourself, am I rigid or fluid? Final reflections. The art of power, or Greene concludes that power is an art, balancing strategy, timing, and humanity. He reflects on historical figures who mastered these laws, like Queen Elizabeth I, leaving legacies of influence. The key is continuous learning. Power evolves with you. Plan to revisit one law weekly. The lesson? Mastery is a lifelong game. Ask yourself, how will I grow my power? Now, let's get strategic with our challenge of the week. This week, I challenge you to master a law of power. Choose one. Create a small spectacle. Mirror a critic's behavior or adapt to a change. Spend 5 minutes planning and execute it. Why this challenge? Greene says, strategy shapes power. It's a small step to dominance. Share your experience in the comments. Which law did you use and what happened? I'll reply to my favorites. Let's reign together. Welcome to our Wisdom Nuggets segment, where we share bite-sized insights from the 48 laws of power to fuel your mastery. Here are 3 powerful quotes from Part 3. Master the art of timing. Takeaway. Wait for the perfect strike. Be formless like water. Takeaway. Adapt to conquer. In victory, learn when to stop. Takeaway. Moderation secures power. That's a wrap on Part 3 of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, right here on Whispers of Wisdom. You've just mastered the final laws to dominate, adapt, and leave a legacy. Isn't it exhilarating to wield such influence? I want to hear from you. Which law will you apply this week? Drop it in the comments. I'll reply to my favorites. If this series sharpened your strategic mind, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more life-changing audiobooks. Share this with a friend who seeks power, and follow Whispers of Wisdom on X and Instagram for daily insights. Keep mastering your domain, and keep whispering wisdom to your soul. Until next time, rule wisely.